to sit down there and say it's acceptable. Is it okay? How do you guys feel when you lose one civilian? When you lose one person in Israel, how does that feel? That person means go to you. That is one generation you've taken down. And I can understand the pain you feel. This is exactly what we've been telling you for the past 2 years, and you thought we were making noise. You told me that every single Palestinian is Hamas. That's what you told me. You told me that. You told me that the black people belong in chains. You told me that. You told me that the Arabs and Muslims need to be unalived. You told me that. And you're surprised that people are fighting back? Why are you surprised? You think I'm genocidal? You think I'm the evil one because you are European? Because you are European? No, no, absolutely not. Because you are European. Therefore, whatever you say or do, I should accept it. No, absolutely not. I'm not going to accept it. I am not going to accept it. So, guys, let's look at the updates from today. As it started earlier, I'm going to give you guys the overview as I've, as I've, as I want to present to you. Let's. The U.S. President Donald Trump confirmed the last-scale strike on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities: Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. He claimed that the facilities were completely and totally obliterated. Now, this marked the first time ever that the combat use of the GBU-57, a massive ordnance penetrator (MOP), dropped by the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. So we're looking at 30,000 tons of ordnance dropped in a single area, and they backed that up as well with firing from the, I think from the Eastern Mediterranean. They were using some of their ships there to fire Tomahawk cruise missiles that also targeted Isfahan and Fordow and Natanz. Now, what are the justification by Trump? He said Trump praised the raid as spectacular. He warned Iran to make peace or face even greater future attacks. Now, according to Trump, Trump is saying that this is just the beginning. It's either Iran makes peace, but if Iran dares to retaliate, that what will hit Iran will be greater and to be more. Therefore, Iran needs to make peace. This is what Trump is saying. And let's look at the response by Iran and the nuclear safety. Iran confirmed the attacks but denies any radiation. There are reports that the Trump administration, through back channels, told the Omanis that they were going to carry out this attack and that some of the nuclear materials there that might be affected should be evacuated and that the physical infrastructure will be destroyed. So there was some kind of back channel communication between the US government and the Iranian government through maybe their emissaries or through their go-to guys like the Omanis and the Qataris, and they had this conversation. So the Iranian National Nuclear Safety System and the International Atomic Energy Agency both report no radiation leaks or contamination. The sites were inspected immediately after the attacks. And now Tehran condemns the strike, labeled the strike as brutal aggression and a violation of international law, vows to resist with all its might, and reserves all options to defend its sovereignty. Now, the problem is that America have attacked Iran, Israel have attacked Iran, but they've not had enough. After attacking Iran, they are now asking Iran to come and submit. They are asking Iran to be emasculated, to be denuded, and kneel down and beg the master in Washington and in Jerusalem. No, Iran is not going to go down without a fight. And if America is going to hit Iran, Iraq, the Hezbollah, which is still there in Lebanon. By the way, we are looking at a situation of civil war in Lebanon if push comes to shove. There will be real civil war in Lebanon. Because if you look at the army, which is professional in Lebanon, majority of them are Shia, by the way. So the idea by Israel that they are trying to unalive Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who is one of the spiritual leaders of Shias around the world, or the idea, because there was a condemnation in that regard by Grand Ayatollah Ali Sistani, who is the head or the leader of the Hausa of Najaf. By the way, he's Iranian himself. He emigrated from Mashhad. He was born in 1930 in Mashhad and later migrated to Iraq and became the custodian of these holy sites in Iraq. He became the Grand Ayatollah and the head of the Majahia, or the head of the Hausa of Najaf, after the unaliving of Mohammed Bakr al-Sadr, who was who's by the way the who's the father-in-law of this current Muqtada al-Sadr, by the way, the head of the Jaish al-Mahdi, and or the which name, by the way, they've changed over time. And some of those Shia militias in Iran, in Iraq, are also prepared. Kuwait is going to be targeted. Bahrain will be bombed. The oil flow through the Strait of Hormuz will be completely blocked and sabotaged. Oil prices will go up to 450 or $700 per barrel. Prepare yourself, ladies and gentlemen, for World War III. Again, the Yahud. The Yahud is at the center of this. Now, let's look at the reaction of Israel. The Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, hailed it as a bold decision that could change the history. Israel have been pushing the US for military intervention since June 13th, when Israel first attacked Iran. The attack started on the 13th of June. Remember, I had a conversation with some of these Yahud 4 days earlier, and they told me it was going to happen and that everything in Israel is going to be fine. They have the Iron Dome, they have the Davis Sling, they have like all this defense system that they are running out of right now. Iran is breaching Israeli airspace with ease, pounding Tel Aviv back to rubble. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Yes, this is what they deserve. This is what they deserve. Phew. So at the end of the day, um, somebody called, I don't know what's his name, is saying that I should be unalived and putting my name among the people that the Jays have unalived. Um, well, now let's look at the political fallout in Israel. As domestic division in the US, Democrats slammed the strike as unconstitutional and bypassing Congress. Senator Bernie Sanders called it grossly unconstitutional. Rep member Senator Casten, unambiguous impeachable offense, and Republicans largely support it. The Speaker, Mike Johnson, said it's necessary, limited, and targeted. And the rep member at the House compares Trump to Churchill. Oh, man. Let's look at the international and regional reaction as well. The Gulf states, Saudi Arabia urges restraint and calm. Hypocrisy of the highest order. And Qatar warns of catastrophic regional and global consequences. Oman condemns it as illegal aggression. What are the implications for the Middle East? Escalation raises chances of regional war involving Israel and the United States. Iran and proxy groups like Hezbollah may trigger Iranian retaliation, cyber attacks on, or strikes on US and Israeli interests. What about the NPT, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty? Attacking nuclear sites may undermine global non-proliferation frameworks and IAEA credibility. Now, the global oil market and economy, potential disruption in oil exports from the Gulf. Markets may react with volatility and price hikes. Let's look at the suggested talking point. Let's look at Trump has pushed the region into the brink of full-scale war. Is this the death of diplomacy with Iran? Absolutely, I believe so. And can Iran respond with any risk, respond without any risk to regional stability? At this point, the gloves are off. Iran has the right to respond and defend itself, and this is why Israel should be targeted. Israel is the architect of this, and Iran have every right whatsoever to target Israel, to target their facilities in Israel, to target key infrastructure in Israel, and bomb it up to bomb it back to the dark ages. Let's see. I think I was supposed to talk to Shubaka. She's here. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Oh, okay. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup. Global oil market and economy. Yeah, let's go. Iran needs to destroy Israel nuclear sites. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that. Iran absolutely needs to smash them, smash them back to dust. That's the only thing. Thank you so much, guys. Happy. I'm not happy about anything. I'm just not happy that this is happening at this point in time. There's no need for all of this to happen. Nobody needs to be unalived, and the Israelis are doing this and doing this with impunity, and this is why I'm distraught, and this is why I want this to come to an end once and for all.